Hello.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I am audible. Okay, we'll wait for a few more minutes, then I can start.
Okay, sir.
Krishnaswamy, Kameswaram. Who talked with me, ma? Bharata? Prashant? Bhavana?
Yes, sir.
Soumya, ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారమ్మా?
Prashant, sir.
Prashant, I will make you as a co-host. Can you allow the participants? Admit అని కొడతావా?
Okay, sir.
తెలుసు కదా?
Okay, sir.
ఐడియా ఉందా? జస్ట్ అడ్మిట్ అని కొడితే చాలు.
నేను మొబైల్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను.
I'll inform, sir. I'll inform some of them. Sir.
Okay. I'll make you as a co-host so that you can admit the students in the Zoom class. Will you able to do that?
Sir, mobile లో ఉంది సార్ ఆప్షన్. మొబైల్.
Okay. Waiting room మొబైల్లో కూడా ఉంటుంది. అడ్మిట్ అని వస్తుంది. వన్స్ యు ఆర్ a co-host.
Okay, sir. Then I can manage, sir.
Can you raise your hand? ఎవరో మాట్లాడుతుంది? ప్రశాంతియా?
Bhavna, sir.
భావన. Okay. I am making you as a co-host. భావన. పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ అని కనిపిస్తుంది కదా భావన?
Yes, sir.
సో అప్పుడు అడ్మిట్ అని ప్రెస్ చేస్తే చాలు, మీరు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా స్టూడెంట్స్
Okay, sir.
సో అందరూ థర్డ్ మిడ్ పెట్టేశారా? మిడ్ ఎగ్జామ్ థర్డ్ మిడ్ ఎప్పుడు పెట్టారు? ఏమైనా షెడ్యూల్ వచ్చిందా?
థర్డ్ మిడ్ Jan 31st లోపు పెడతా అన్నారు, సార్.
Okay. My voice, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే సరే, నేను వాళ్ళతో పాటు ప్యారలల్ గా పెడతాను. మీన్ వైల్ విల్ ట్రై టు కంప్లీట్ ద సిలబస్. ఆల్ ఆర్ వెరీ స్మాల్ చాప్టర్స్. This session is enough for the entire third unit. Already I have started. So can you please share the news about the class in your respective class groups, whoever already attended, so that we can expect the maximum amount of response. Hello, I am audible. Can you please share the link I have shared in the chat in your respective class groups, so that at least few of them I will attend. Okay, Bhavana, thank you. Once 25,
Okay, sir.
we will start. Shashagiri, how are you?
ఫైన్ సార్.
ఎక్కడ మీ క్లాసులు ఎవరు రాలేదండి?
మా క్లాస్ అలా
మీ క్లాస్లో మెసేజ్ పెట్టి క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందండి. మీ గ్రూప్ ఉంటుంది కదా,
ఓకే సార్.
66 members లో ఓన్లీ 20 members అటెండెడ్. 2 minutes లో ఐ విల్ స్టార్ట్. ఇంకా
సార్
శేషగిరి, ఆమె ఆడిబుల్?
సార్ మాకు ఫస్ట్ వీక్ పెట్టమనేసి ఒక మేడం మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు సార్.
ఫస్ట్ మీటింగ్ పెట్టడం ఉండదు, నేను అది రిలేటివ్ గా గ్రేడింగ్ ఇస్తాను. నథింగ్ టు వరీ. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
నా వాయిస్ క్లియర్ గానే ఉంది కదా?
వినబడుతుంది సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే, 25 members వచ్చారు. ఐ విల్ స్టార్టింగ్ ద సెషన్. ఓకే, అప్పుడప్పుడు భావన అండ్ శాష్ గారు ప్లీజ్ డూ రెస్పాండ్. ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ am I audible, you need to give me response so that I can continue. Is that clear to you?
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. This is required. So as we have already started the module 3, that is it is about what are the different types of way of writing the technical reports, papers, research proposals. I gave a very brief introduction about what exactly a research paper and a research proposal. Today I'm going to cover what are the characteristics of the technical writing. Before that, I'm going to give you the overview of the entire details about what are the different types of technical writing approaches. It can be scientific writing, it can be writing related to environmental aspects, it can be writing reported to medical aspects. Everything will be covered as part of the today's session. Okay. So this example was discussed in the class itself. Left side is about a motorcycle accident. It is about a thesis. This particular work is done by the 3 persons that will be endorsed by some head of the department, research committee, some university as part of the thesis approval. This is about the raising the corona cases in different states of India. This particular information is represented or published on the newspaper that must be issued by the some district level authorities or state level authorities. This is also called report, and this is also called report. Whereas the academic report, technical report, will be endorsed by some authorities, group of members as an authority. Then it will be a public domain, public document, so that everyone will follow. Whereas the right side is an information shared by some authority of government, so that it creates awareness among the community, among the people, to safeguard the community, to protect the community from the COVID or pandemic situation. So both are, even though both are looks like a report, but something 100% they are different. One is for the awareness, one is for the confirmation and proposal of the new concept. Now, these are the contents of the third module. We will try to define what is a writing, what is the report, what is a technical writing. Then we will try to understand the characteristics of the technical writing. Once you are able to understand the specific features of the technical writing, then you will definitely understand the purpose of technical writing. Then we'll try to go through the different stages, like a research paper, research proposal, like that we are going to discuss in the same session. So first of all, we'll start with the fundamental definition about it. Report. Report is an account of given particular matter, especially in the form of an official document. After going through this, after thorough investigation or consideration by an appointed person or a body. Generally, a report, data collection will be done by the group of people. That data is consolidated and analyzed by the maybe the respective guide. Then under the in combination of guide and the group of students, they are going to submit the report. Now coming to the technical report, it gives a written account of something that one has observed, heard, done, or investigated. So it is more of a support oriented, like they are not giving the blind statement. Whatever the statement they are giving, they are going to be, that particular statement is going to be supported with results, opinions, their practical observations, whatever they had during part of the literature survey or data collection. Everything will be arranged in a logical sequence in support of a particular statement or a particular finding. That is called the technical report. Now, technical report, the more of a all possible definitions. Technical writing is the practical writing that people do as part of their jobs. So most of us are going to end up our careers, or you will start your career as a technical related manager, junior level manager. Definitely whatever the things you do, you have to do in a systematic manner. It's not, you can exchange information in the form of a text messages, like social media, but when you're committing, when you're signing on a particular document, you have to represent your findings, your observations in a particular way. That particular way is called the technical writing. The technical writing aims to get work done, to change the people by changing the way they do the things. So far you might have, everyone has an experience of submitting a document as a thesis as part of your undergraduation. But once you're translating your undergraduate thesis into a particular research publication, then you are going to be a role model for the people who are following you, maybe juniors to you, maybe maybe your classmates. Very few people will show that particular intent, translating their findings, which are already available in the form of thesis, into a publication. So the way you are going to do the things, it is automatically creates an impact about yourself and your team among your colleagues. So it is going to give something, some edge over the others. So technical writing is communication the primary aim of which is to convey the particular piece of information to your reader. It can be yourself, it can be myself, it can be anybody. Once it is accepted by some academic agency, once it is open for the open document for every researcher, then it is going to give you the best possible information about a particular information specific to a particular problem, to a reader or a group of readers for a specific purpose. If I'm expert in the machining, CNC machining, the people who are interested in research towards the advances in the CNC machining, they can download my publication. Depends upon the keywords, the search engines suggest my publication for them to download, because they're trying to download something related with the CNC advances in the CNC machining. If I have published a paper related to that particular area, automatically all the search engines will show this particular publication of my the search engine will show my publication one of the options for download. If they are able to download my publication, if they are connected with the content, they will start referring my work in their future work. That is how I can create some confidence among the readers by the way I have communicated the information or findings, what I have observed as part of my investigation, which are accepted by the academic organizations. So if I am able to attract the clients in the form of readerships, it is an achievement for the researcher or the author who has done that documentation work. Now, broadly, technical writings are classified into 4 ways. One is technical writing. Another one is the people who are expertise in the commerce and the MBAs, they'll do the business writing. The people who are expertise in fundamental science, the people with the backgrounds of MSc, biotechnology, BSc, all science streams will come under science writing. The more of a theoretical aspects. All engineers will end up in writing the application of the engineering sciences and fundamental basic sciences, application of science like physics, chemistry, mathematics, mixing these streams in your respective field of engineering to solve an unexpected situation. Every new situation, they will try to give the solution by applying the concepts of science and engineering as a field of application, not the development of the concept. Whatever the situation, they will try to solve with their application. That comes under technical writing. Whatever the concept they are going to develop, they are going to provide with the theoretical aspects like a full justification with the mathematics. That is called the science. What are the things they are always looking for? The optimization, quality, and profits, productivity. That comes under the business writing. Now, coming to the environmental writing, there are always things about the society with respect to the nature and this sustainability of the existing system. That comes under environmental writing. So these are the 4 branches of the technical writing. Most of the people, whoever wishes to publish something, definitely they will be placed into either any one of this particular group. So it means for every research outcome, it should have applicable application, field of application. It should be, the field of application must be justified with the help of scientific approach. Every approach, every idea must give some profits. It should show some improvement in the existing system. It should yield some productivity. At the same time, it can be combination of science and application and the profits. Definitely, these combination of three approaches should not harm the society. So it means social relevance must be part of your research outcome. As a researcher, you need to take care of all the aspects, like it should cover the science because it needs to be justified, and definitely as it is a new situation, it requires a lot of amount of application. When you're doing something new, when you're suggesting something new, definitely it should show some improvement with the existing methodology. That is where the productivity, quality, and improvement will come into play. So once you're good at mathematics, once you're good at science and application, your enthusiasm, your anxiety should not harm the society. That is why you should take care of it. We must obey. We must make sure that our approach should not harm the society, nature. So once you're a doctor, once you're a biotechnology people, if you're doing some research related to animals, it should not harm the animals. So that is why we need to take care of that. So once you're good at heat transfer, mechanical engineering student, it should not harm the society by releasing the huge amount of emissions. It is going to create the some harm to the society. So that sort of care you are supposed to take consider about that. So that is why all the streams will be placed into either of these: science, technical, business, and environmental. So one who takes care of all the factors into one particular publication, he will be considered as scientist. Now, that is a broad classification. This is about complete list of technical reports. One is if you are academician, so if I am working in a particular university, if assume that I have procured a new machine which costs around 25 lakhs. Even myself, I'm not aware of how to operate that particular machine. But we have procured the machine with an objective to do some new research. So what are the things we will do on the 25 lakhs worth machine? Everything is a first time. For myself, even it is first time for me, that is completely new to the students. Then I need to prepare a manual for that. How to operate the machine. If you are expecting some outcome out of that particular operation of the series of operations, then you need to prepare a systematic procedure. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 3. How to switch on the machine, how to run the machine, how to make sure that the system has reached the steady state condition, then how to collect the data. After collection of the data, how to apply the mathematics to generate a coefficient of performance or performance index, like that, whatever may be the parameter you are expecting. Then if you are wish to calculate the performance index or coefficient of performance, what are the data you require? What are the columns of data you require? Once you're collecting the columns of data, then go for the mathematical application, then derive the performance index or coefficient of performance. So like that, every new machine, you need to prepare a manual, how to operate the machine. Sometimes students generally in the age group of 20, with anxiety, they will commit some mistakes. Sometimes these mistakes are very much dangerous. Sometimes they can damage the physical damage, the permanent damage to the humans. So that is why you need to prepare instruction manuals, then procedures, processor machine descriptions. So generally, OEMs, actual equipment manufacturers, original equipment manufacturers, they give the 10 pages information about the machine. But to know the specifications of the machine, you need only 4 to 5 parameters. That is sufficient. Like what is the speed of the machine? What is maximum speed that machine can run? What is the allowed speed that you can operate at the academic institution? Like that, every parameter, it has a maximum range and another parameter which is suggestible for the academic institution. If it is an industry, you can go to the maximum level of limits of each and every parameter. But as far as academic industry is concerned, academic institutions concerned, you need to safeguard you need to run the machine in a most safest conditions, because we are not going for the production here. Here the safety is a priority. Like that, sometimes without the references, if you publish anything, that is called the magazine. With references, if you publish anything, that is called the publication. If your intention is to convert the 10-page idea into 20 chapters with the contribution of 20 different groups, that is called the textbook. If you are focusing only on Elsevier journal or Springer journal, that is called the research publication. If you are preparing a MATLAB code, a Python code, to run a particular algorithm that is called scripts. Algorithms can be prepared by Java, Python, C++, C program, MATLAB, COBOL, like that, any language, if you are comfortable, depends upon the branch. That's called the scripts. Now, irrespective of the branch, everyone needs to submit a book called thesis. I'm not talking about the regular textbook. Here, the book means it is a contribution made by the different researchers on a similar area. Suppose if I talk about control systems is a generic word that is not confined to electronics people. Whereas the control systems can be related with the computers, control systems can be related with the mechanical and civil engineering also. All other streams can be linked with the control system concept. Nowadays, because every day, whatever the changes you are observing, these changes can be immediately applicable to all streams of the engineering. So no one is going to survive without the usage of the internet. Once you are able to use the internet, why not integrate your equipment, your activities with the internet? If you are able to integrate your machines and activities information with the internet, then it becomes a industrial, Internet of Things. If you are involving the information from the industries about the operations and the quantities which are available in the warehouses, the parts which are in semi-finished state, if you are able to integrate all the information from the industry, then it becomes a IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. So like that, there are many ways you can use the term technical writing. It is not confined to procedures. It is not confined to research publication. It is not confined to thesis. It is not confined to programs. It can be related to everything which is involved in our daily life. Once you're an employee of any organization, definitely you're part of some technical writing. Once you have completed your one professional degree, you have already some experience of writing how to prepare a technical document. So once you're awarded with the BTech degree, I'm assuming that you have an exposure of writing a technical writing, because you have awarded with a BTech degree with some after submission of the project only. Once you are able to submit as a project as a team, you have some expertise in writing the technical writing, isn't it? Now, with this small video,
Software Spring.
Is it audible, Bhavana?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Presence. How to become a technical writer in the software industry. An overview of traits, skills, and education. Who is a technical writer? A technical writer typically works in the software, aerospace, engineering, or biotechnology industry, and creates technical documents. Technical writers work. A snapshot. A technical writer creates a range of technical documents. These documents include user manuals, installation documents, white papers, design documents, and technical reports. Here's a question for you: who is most likely written the help section of software you use? You guessed it right, it's the technical writer. What skills should you have? Here are 5 of the top skills to pursue a technical writing career. Solid written and verbal communication skills. A strong technical mindset, with the ability to learn new technologies. Superb skills in using technical documentation and related software. Ability to write in a clear and concise way for the intended audience. And be a team player and able to work on multiple projects at the same time. What software skills should you have? Technical writers use a range of software in their day-to-day work, including MS Office, Dreamweaver, XMetal, FrameMaker, RoboHelp, and Arbor Text Editor. You should have knowledge of technical documentation architecture, like Data XML. What degree do you need? Let's find out. A technical writer's educational requirements. Today's employers in the information technology field would prefer candidates with a degree in technical communication, engineering, or computer applications, English. Some employers may hire candidates with degrees in any field if they have experience in technical writing. If you don't have a degree in technical communications, you should get a diploma or take certificate courses in technical writing. Be sure to choose a quality online or offline educational resource for your diploma or certificate. How much do technical writers earn? The average salary for a technical writer with 0 to 1 year experience is Rs. 2,84,400 per year. The average salary for a technical writer with 15 or more years of experience is Rs. 25,95,783 per year. Career growth for technical writers. You would start as a junior technical writer. With experience, you would rise to the positions of senior technical writer, documentation specialist, and technical communication manager. After a few years of experience, some technical writers switch to the field of instructional design. Technical writer resources. Networking is the best way to find technical writing opportunities. Here are some resources. Technical Writers of India, TWIN. Society for Technical Communication, STC, India Chapter. And LinkedIn. Search for technical writer jobs also at career portals like Monster.com, Nowcree.com.
So this is
Sir, your voice is not clear.
still a problem, eh? Hello,
Sir, it's okay now, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir, now it's okay.
Sir.
Okay. Okay. Main object of the technical writing is to give the confidence among the readers by giving the information in the best possible way, maybe the standard accepted procedure, so that the people can influenced by the decisions which are conveyed through the technical decisions for the benefit of the society. That is the main objective. Just like that, if you are conveying the information in the irregular manner, people cannot trust that particular information. If the same information is conveyed in some logical sequence, which is most generally accepted way of conveying the information, if the information is conveyed in that particular manner, people will respect that, people will follow that. If possible, they will try to influence about that particular decisions or the information. So that is the main purpose of technical writing. Now, I'm going a bit fast. One minute.
Fine, sir.
Okay. Okay, understood. So these are the characteristics of the technical report. Main is it deals with a specific situation that is already we have covered. The main thing is another third point is honesty is required. Don't try to tamper the results. You need to be very honest in conveying information because it will be an open document. If anybody, unknown person followed your research, if they have tried to implement the procedures suggested by you, if it is not standardized procedure, sometimes they can lose their life also. Suppose if I am suggesting some technical method without inspecting without confirming the drawbacks of that particular approach, if I have published, if any known person who has tried to implement the same procedure, it can take their lives also. That is why that technical writing must consist of the honesty. You need to take the utmost care about that. Okay. So coming to the research reports. So I think once you're graduate, definitely you have some idea about this. Every research document, every thesis. Hello, someone is making noise. Can you please go on mute?
Sheshagiri, can you please unmute your mic?
Okay. So we have very limited time. That is why. So once you are a graduate, definitely I am assuming that you have submitted this particular document that is called the thesis. It should have a title page, table of contents. Most of the universities, they will call the third part as abstract. If it is a PhD thesis, they will call that say same content as a synopsis. But both synopsis and abstract are the practically both are same. To show the higher degree, synopsis is used. As far as the BTech and MTech is concerned, that will be represented as an abstract. Statement or problem statement, objectives of the thesis. Then it is going to have a half-page information about the very brief introduction about each and every chapter. Chapter 1 deals with what? Chapter 2 deals with definitely it is deals with the literature survey. Third one is a problem statement and proposed methodology. What are the methodology you are proposing? You need to validate the method. You need to conduct the experiment. All the details will be part of chapter 4. Then results and discussions and the limitations, that is chapter 5. The conclusions and the future recommendations. More or less, irrespective of the branch and the specialization, these are the contents in any thesis. It can be BTech or MTech. And at the end, references or bibliography. Now I'm going to show something out of the syllabus. Definitely that is part of the syllabus only. I'm going to now. So what are the common mistakes we will commit during the while writing the technical reports? Sometimes you will try to repeat the same contents in the first chapter, second chapter, fifth chapter, and as many chapters as you have included. Don't try to repeat the content. If you have mentioned about a particular incident or the information in the first chapter or second chapter, that is enough. No need to repeat the same content in the next chapters. Whereas you can refer the same content in the fourth chapter or the third chapter, as mentioned in the chapter 1, as mentioned in this chapter 1.1 or 2.1. That is how you can relate the content. But don't try to copy the same content. Whenever you require the some information, same information, don't try to copy paste the information more than once. That is a common mistake you will make as part of the technical report writing. And you need to maintain this consistency in giving the references in the format, like Harvard University style, APA style, Chicago style, some other style is there. Whatever the there are nearly 10 different ways you can give the address of the reference, but try to maintain the same type of address format for giving the details of the each and every publication you have referred out of your research work or thesis work. That is the another common mistakes you'll make. And language is, every thesis must be written in the either in the complete past tense or present continuous tense. Once you have done something, completed something, you need to represent as a we did something, or completed reverse, present continuous tense. That is how you need to write the thesis. But most of the students, they'll use both the past to present tense. So that is another common mistake. They'll try to minimize that. So effective technical writing, how to write a report, paper developing. Now I'm going to show some national agencies.
University and in your future career. While reports vary in the type of information they present, for example, original research, the result of your degree, as well as throughout your career, technical writing is found everywhere. There are a variety of different types of writing which use a technical style. For example, instructions of all sorts are a perfect example of technical writing. When you open up an instruction manual as the reader, the goal is to be informed about the product so that you can use it as efficiently as possible. Lab reports are another example of technical writing. The main purpose of a lab report is to explain the occurrences in a lab so that others will be able to gain information. Driving directions can be considered as a type of technical writing, as the goal is to clearly and efficiently provide instructions on how to go from point A to point B. Overall, technical writing is a very useful form of writing that is encountered by everyone almost every day. Technical writing is targeted to readers who are looking for information on a particular topic. The goal in targeting this group is to make sure that the information provided is clear, concise, and easy for everyone to understand. This type of writing is somewhat difficult for some people, as it requires that you are able to translate information that is sometimes hard to comprehend into terms that anyone will be able to read and follow along with without any trouble. While there are different types of writing that are informative, technical writing is the type that most clearly focuses on presenting information in a specific way so that people can use the information for a variety of different purposes. The ability is to produce a clear, concise, and professionally presented report is a skill you will need to develop in order to succeed both at university and in your future career. While reports vary in the type of information they present, for example, original research, the results of an investigative study, or the solution to a design problem, all share similar features that are based on a similar structure. Thus, technical reports are designed for quick and easy communication of information. They are designed for selective reading. Different sections are used with numbered headings and subheadings. And all this technical documentation use figures and diagrams to convey data. For many writers, a technical report is the longest document they have ever written. It normally involves massive research. The real focus is on how well adapted your technical writing is to a specific audience, how clear and readable it is, how it flows, how it is organized, how much detail it provides.
Hello, can you submit the quiz? Anybody? Select which of the statements are true about the technical reports. If you are following the session, definitely we can answer. Technical reports are designed for quick and easy communication of information. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you, Bhavana, can you give the answer? Select the which statement are true about the technical reports. Technical reports are designed for quick and easy communication of information. Technical reports are designed for selective writing. Technical reports use figures, diagrams to convey the data. Technical reports are the shortest documents that present specific information. Any answer?
A or D, sir.
I'm going with A. So answer is correct. Okay. So I can select everything, I think.
The writer's job now boils down to define the report topic, the report audience, the report purpose, and its type. To achieve this, you need to decide the subject you are going to write on, narrow it as much as possible. Besides, you need to define a specific person or group of people you are targeting. You need to define the circumstances in which this report is needed. In addition, you need to define what the report will accomplish, what needs of the audience it is going to fulfill. And finally, you have to decide on the type of report. For example,
Okay, I'll share the link in the session. I'm trying to show the important content related to this topic from the Coursera. You no need to go to, no need to complete the Coursera of this course.
it is not surprising that one of the most important tools for a technical writer is visuals, which include equations, formulas, figures, diagrams, drawings, illustrations, graphs, charts, schematics, maps, photographs, and tables. Visuals communicate a large amount of information quickly and efficiently. When you're designing visuals, be sure to include only information that directly relates to the mechanism description and is specifically keyed to the description provided in the text. Do not include visuals that do not match the mechanism description in subject matter or terminology. Also, avoid visuals that include too much or too little complexity for the level of discussion in the paper. These are general guidelines for using visuals. Include visuals in a technical paper only when you have a reason to do so. If you do not know why you are putting a visual into your paper, you probably do not need it. Be sure to reference a visual in the text discussion prior to its placement in the report. If the visual precedes its reference, the reader will wonder why it is there. Be sure to number and title all visuals. Ensure all visuals directly and clarify. Otherwise, enhance the text discussion. You need to integrate them into your report, not just stick them somewhere. That means that the labels and the captions used in the visual should match the text description that refers to the visual. For example, if you're describing the negative terminal of a diode, Do not call it in the negative terminal in the text and the cathode in the visual. Document your visuals when they contain copyrighted information or represent borrowed ideas, because visuals often get
So is the screen visible, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is called online DST, Department of Science and Technology portal, where you need to register as a faculty or the researcher. And this is going to give you the different types of proposal formats. So as part of our presentation, I mean, the topic is concerned research proposal, format of research proposal. I'm talking about this research proposal, format of research proposal. Now, so now I think again, is it visible to DST website? మీ స్క్రీన్ ఏం కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా? హలో భావన, am I audible? హలో,
Yes, sir.
మీకు డిఎస్టి వెబ్సైట్ కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I'm troubling you, I know, but you are the only person who is responding. That is why I'm continuously asking about you. So this is about Science and Engineering Research Board portal, where you have to submit a project proposal. Now you need to give the details about the investigators. This is about the technical details of the research proposal that is submitted to core research grant under the stream called Mechanical, Manufacturing, Engineering, Robotics. So this is title of the project work, that is a multi-sensor fusion approach using an IIoT enabled in situ strategy for tool performance evaluation in CNC machining. This is one of the proposals submitted by some X or some myself to an organization called Science Research Engineering Board. So I need to submit as per the format suggested by the Department of Science and Technology. And whatever the things I have submitted here, that is as per the format only. First, it requires a title of the proposal. Then I need to give the project summary, what I am expecting, what could be the outcomes. So even the proposal consists of 20 pages or 30 pages, I need to give one page, one paragraph information about the overview of the entire proposal. Next, I need to give the objectives of the proposal. First summary, then objectives, then the keywords, my area of work, my proposed research project related to how my proposal is related with the keywords. So you can relate my work, my proposed work with the CNC machining, industrial Internet of Things, multi-sensor approach, performance evaluation, and hard materials. So if anybody is searching about a project proposal, they can relate, they can identify, they can find the proposed work by me by using any of the keywords. Next, I need to submit expected outcomes of the proposal. If I was given 30 lakhs fund from the government of India, if I was issued 30 lakhs fund, I can generate this particular output. And these are the other technical details. Now, as I mentioned, this is the title of the proposal. Origin of the proposal. You can note down the contents. This is the format of the research proposal. Origin of the proposal. Second one, review status of the research and development in the subject area. Why I'm not focusing on the content? It means it is not the general work, because the students of this particular session is a combination of 5 different branches. I'm going to give you the format only, not the proposal. What are the contents that must be a part of each and every research proposal, irrespective of the branch? It should have a title. It should have the origin of the proposal, minimum 1 page. That must be related to scientific rationale for this particular work. It should be elaborated. Next, if you are working in some XYZ area, what is the international status? What is the status of this particular field of work away from India? That is about international standards. And what are the trends with respect to India? That is national status. Is there any work is going on in IIoT, in IITs, or any of the industries in India, or NITs? Like that, any foreign universities, any prominent industries, they're implementing IIoT at present. Give the details. How far they are doing, how far your work can reach them. So what is a novelty in your work? So this is about national status. Next one is importance of the proposed project in the context of current status. You have given some details about the international status and the national status. Now try to justify your approach. Importance of your proposed work. So you are talking about the multi-sensors as part of your title. Then you need to justify why the multi-sensor approach is required. So multi-sensor fusion for tool performance evaluation system. You can give a short title also. It is not a must. Only for to attract the reviewers. This is what is required. So you need to identify the importance. You need to create the importance. You need to present your claim with a technical terms so that you can attract the reviewers for the issue of the funding. So you need to give some evidence. Have you performed any preliminary work or not? As a new person, if you are submitting the proposal, they may not agree your intelligence. They may not give the 30 lakhs blindly. If you have contributed something in this particular area, then only they will think about giving some funding. So that is why you need to create confidence to the reviewers so that you have made some efforts to reach that particular target. You have approached some development, you have done some preliminary work. That to give the confidence to the reviewers, you need to present your progress of the work at your place. At your place means combination of yourself and your co-investigator. Have you identified any approach like that? So this is I'm talking about the multi-sensor. It can be more than one sensor. It can be 4 or 5. Depends upon the limitation of the funding. If you are going for the Texas Instrument sensors or National Instrument sensors, each sensor costs around 6 lakhs or 5 lakhs because they're most of the time they're piezoelectric materials untai, rheological materials untai, highly sensitive sensors will be there. So these are, if you are wish to procure those sensors, you need to include the details of the prominent providers of that particular field. So you need to mention with the specifications also. So as it is a research outcome, a research proposal, then it must include some mathematical approach also. Without the mathematics, research has no meaning. It's not a magic. It is completely mathematically driven approach, supported approach, in fact. Remember, research is not for everyone. Only few people can connect it with that. Only few people can deliver the research outcomes. So once you're committed only, definitely you can experience the academic excitement. Only if you are enjoying the academic excitement, then only you can definitely contribute to the research. That is my intention. Now, if the project is location specific, basis for the selection of location must be highlighted. Suppose if you are developing a proposed one particular project, if it is required to be executed only in GITAM, you need to be specify the justification for that. If you are working with some steel plant engineer as a collaborative project, then you need to specify. If you are interested to execute the project at Vizag steel plant or NSTL, you need to give the justification for that, so that they can issue the equipment to that particular location. So it can be GITAM, it can be industry, it can be at your home, whatever may be the situation and the location is required. If you are specific about a particular location, if you are able to justify that particular justify your requirement with the proper logic, then they are going to satisfy that. With that, they are going to issue. Next, once they have issued 30 lakhs, assume that they have issued 30 lakhs, then you need to convince them with a unique, relatively unique methodology to complete the task within 3 years. They are going to give money for procurement of the sensor. They are going to give money for developing the infrastructure. They are going to give money for the procurement of the laptop, all other infrastructure. They are going to give them some money. Then by procurement of all the resources takes some time, and installation of all the equipment in the as per your requirement, it takes some time. So assume that out of 3 years, nearly 14 months will be spent on procurement and installation of all the equipments. Then how to implement your own methodology? Maybe this is the methodology. Then what are the proposed equipment? What are the existing available equipment? If you are collaborating with the industry, is there any equipment available in the industry? If you are collaborating with your institute, is there any existing methodology, a machinery is available? Then what is your unique algorithm to implement your logic? So this is the proposal setup. This is the proposed methodology. And what are the items you require? What types of machinery you require? And it is about the 3 years duration, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Most of the time, phase 4 is all about preparing the documentation out of your investigation, consolidating the results. Everything is part of the phase 4. First phase is all about procurement and the literature survey. Second phase and third phase is all about conducting the experiment and consolidation of the results. So that is about phase 1, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Next, year-wise plan, time schedule for the entire 36 months. Suggested plan of actions. So what is your strength? As a principal investigator, as a person who has submitted the proposal for funding, what is my plan? So I need to give my strength. I need to present my objectives and strength and credentials as a principal investigator to the agency. So I can claim myself, I am an active researcher because many scholars are working under my guidance. I can contribute like this, like that, like that. I can write. If they're convinced about my expertise and my collaborations, definitely they are going to issue the project. In spite of many efforts, sometimes it is very difficult to get the funding from the national agencies, because we need to compete with the proposals which are coming from throughout the India. I'm representing a deemed university in the same sector. If a proposal received from the IIT Madras or IIT, definitely preference will be given to the institute. So it means even though this particular proposal is found to be rejected, because I was failed to compete with the competition which I got from the IITs. Next time, if my proposal is enhanced with the latest advancements or much more quality, so that I'm aiming that this proposal will cross the competition which is raised from, which is I was getting from the IITs and NITs. If my proposal is able to sustain at that particular evaluation stage, definitely I can expect the funding. So it is all about attempting continuously without losing the hope. So far I have completed 2 projects which are funded by the government of India. Being a faculty of the deemed university, I have completed worth nearly 70 lakhs. So not to promote myself, but I'm telling how much competition you are going to face as a researcher. Once you're in the mainstream, definitely you need to prepare your mind for everything. So these are my recent publications. For the last 5 years, I have published these publications. So these are the required documents that must be attached along with the proposal. So to prepare this particular proposal, another information is required is bibliography. These are my contributions as a researcher, what I have done in the proposed area of research. This is a contribution made by me in the same area. So this is the expertise I have. You try to give me some funding so that I can deliver this. For the purpose, I need to include the publication made by the principal investigator, the person who has submitted this proposal for the agency to get funding. This is about the references I have used to prepare this particular proposal. So I think now you can clearly understand, even though this is a technical report, it is definitely it is a research proposal, but this is not similar to the BTech thesis or MTech thesis. BTech thesis starts with a title page, not with a title, whereas the research proposal starts with a title. Whereas the BTech thesis or MTech thesis starts with the abstract, contents, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, so on up to conclusions and the references. Here, as part of the research proposal, references are represented as bibliography. There is no concept called chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. As part of the BTech thesis or MTech thesis, we are submitting as abstract or the synopsis. Here, the abstract and the synopsis are represented as the project summary. Straight away, it is asking for the expected outcomes as part of the research proposal. Whereas in thesis, in BTech or MTech thesis, we are not going to mention any expected outcomes until you reach the conclusions. Isn't it? We are going to mention about our findings and outcomes at the conclusions chapter only as part of the thesis. That is also a technical report. This is also a technical report, but this is represented as a research project proposal. Because so with this particular research proposal, you have not achieved anything. If they are giving the some fund for procuring the so many things, if you are given an opportunity to implement with the funding and the infrastructure, definitely you are going to deliver the expected outcomes. That is why, as part of the research proposal, you are mentioning the expected outcomes at the starting of the proposal itself. Whereas in the BTech or MTech thesis, you are going to mention about your findings in the conclusions chapter. So that is a fundamental difference between the a thesis and the research proposal. So if I remove all the content, whatever I have added under the bibliography, it is one of the parameters which is required for the any research proposal. So every side heading is part of the proposal format. Each and every person, based on his interest, he can identify a title. Based on the title, he can generate a summary. Based on the title, respective given title, you are going to mention about the expected outcomes. Based on your area of work proposed title, you need to give the origin of the proposal, you need to give the international status, you need to give the national status. If your proposed work is specific to a particular location, you need to give the reasons for the specific location. And you need to highlight the importance of your proposed work. So I'm talking about the terminology which is required as part of the research project proposal format. So format is common to everyone, and the content is going to vary with respect to the person. Is that clear to everyone? I'm going to share the template of the project proposal. I'm not sharing the proposal submitted by me to the students because it is a confidential document. As I am able to log into the SCRB website, I can download my proposal. So I'm going to give the empty format so that you need to mention about the, suppose if I talk, if you need to give some explanation about the project summary, you need to give the some examples of that. So that is how you need to write the research project proposal to the funding agency. Now coming to the, once technical details are over, now the budgets. So total budget is 31 lakhs. That 31 lakhs is divided into consumables, travel, equipment, contingencies, and other costs. So to execute some project, I request some consumables. Without the consumables or the materials, I cannot do the project or I cannot execute the proposal. So for that purpose, out of 30 lakhs, 31 lakhs, this is the amount for the consumables. This is the amount for travel. Sometimes I need to travel some IITs or NITs for paper presentation or some experiment over there. I need to buy some equipment to execute this. Sometimes I need to have some amount for the stationery, some unidentified, unexpected costs, that is called contingencies. And this other cost is for every project proposal. If I'm representing GITAM, GITAM is going to take some amount out of the project proposal, that is called overheads, for providing the space, infrastructure, power, and etc. for the 3 years. This is amount is given to the institute from the government of India. So I need to prepare the balance sheet. I need to justify each and every cost, that is called budget. This is about the idea. Technical details is all about idea. This is about details of the principal investigator. And I can have co-investigator also. He need not be from the GITAM, need not be from the same department. So every proposal must have applicant details, technical details, budget details. If you are already ready with the quotations, then you can submit the quotations. And as an investigator, you need to submit some document called certificate from the investigator, that is about showing your commitment. And you need to provide a document for the plagiarism check to provide an information or confirmation that your content, whatever the content you have presented as a research project proposal, is not copied from any other source. You need to certify, you need to sign and certify and upload to the document, that is plagiarism proof. And your host institute must give endorsement from the GITAM. The so and so candidate is working in GITAM as a, from the register of the GITAM University, he is going to endorse from the Dr. Balla Srinivas Prasad is a faculty of GITAM, that will be signed in by the head of the institution, like a registrar. Okay, next, like that, all other documents, I need to confirm so and so document is not plagiarized. This is signed by the principal investigator. Next, as a principal investigator, I need to sign. I am taking the responsibility of completing this particular project without any doubt. For the coming 3 years, I am going to take the entire responsibility about this equipment and everything for the 30 lakhs amount. Another one is online DST. So this is called Department of Science and Technology. Now, this is the available proposals right now. They are open to everyone. If he is a citizen of India, they are open to everyone. Once you are a postgraduate, you can submit to any of the proposals. For every project proposal, there will be a starting date for submission, ending date for this submission. Once you click this link, they'll give the specific format. For example, technology development program. Now, this is the format. Technology Development Program, Azadi Ka Mahotsav. This is a document provided by the Department of Science and Technology for submission of project proposals for financial assistance. So every project has a specific mandate, aim, and proposal format. As a researcher, you need to fill the gaps. It's about 20-page document. I'm going to share in the WhatsApp group. బాబు శాశ్గిరి నువ్వు కాల్ వెళ్ళిపోమ్మా, నువ్వు చాలా బిజీగా ఉన్నట్టున్నావు. కొత్తగా జాయిన్ అయినట్టు జూమ్ వాడడం రావట్లేదు. ఫస్ట్ ఐ నీడ్ టు గివ్ సమ్ డెమో ఆన్ ద జూమ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఐ థింక్. So with this chapter 3 is completed. I'm going to start the 4th chapter tomorrow in the same Zoom class. I'm going to share the link tomorrow by 9:30. I'm expecting that everyone will join the session.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Bhavana and Shashgiri. Thank you. Hello, whoever is talking right now. Thank you for you too.
Okay, sir.
Sir, Shanmukh, sir.
Shanmukh, okay. ఎందుకు ఒక్కడ వచ్చావు? మీ క్లాసులు ఎవరు రావట్లేదు అసలు, ఏంటో మెకానికల్ దారుణంగా ఉన్నారు సరే.
కాదు సార్, కొంతమంది ఆల్రెడీ టూర్ కి నిన్నే బయలుదేరిపోయారు నైట్. వాళ్ళు మేబీ
అవునా? ఓకే సరే. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు షేర్ ద వీడియో లింక్ ఆఫ్ దట్. శాశ్గిరి నువ్వు వస్తా అంటే భయం వేస్తుంది.
మా క్లాస్మేట్స్ అబ్బాయికి ఒంట్లో బాగా వస్తుంది, ఇంకో అబ్బాయికి ఇంట్లో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చి.
Sir, okay. I'm going to share the video link of this particular session and the PPT. All of you please do save the data with you and try to present whenever I ask you to submit something.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye then.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Bhavana. Thank you. Bhavana, every day you are my digital learning assistant.
Sure, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.